Hi guys, I'm André Beraldino and this is FLUSSO. FLUSSO is something trippy. And totally different from my previous releases. There isn't necessarily a visual theme here, just a sense of traveling, just traveling, to abstract oneself. It reflects a higher state of making music for me, and it raises the bar of what I know or used to know till now, the sense of what I feel about my music and how I can deliver it. I compose those tracks in totally different times and places in between moving from home to home. Those movements are mostly recurring themes from my mind. All of them comes from a sense of fluidity and flow, a sense of pure abstraction. This is very special to me because I wanted to release this kind of work for a long time. A solo conceptual album with this soundtrack-like aesthetic. And for me it's not just another album. It is an experience, a chaotic experience, so to speak. And I ended up revisiting some themes, some ideas that date back from early 2000 and maybe even earlier than that, and by that time I couldn't even imagine how those compositions would later interact with one another or even gain life over time. They were asleep, and the resumption of those ideas projects much more to the future and gives meaning to this moment, to this project that I'm bringing to you guys. FLUSSO is a canonical unfolding of melodies through an electro-symphonic palette. The themes are presented through movements that invite the listener to experience this narrative, this story, without interruptions from the beginning to its end. Organic and orchestral elements merge with cutting-edge electronics, beats, synths, and post-digital seasonings through granular synthesis, glitches, stutters, and lots of other sonic artifactures. Besides some basic instruments I use like guitar, bass, experimented recording lots of unusual sounds and textures. Some random cutlery at the kitchen. And a few uncommon instruments like Chinese pipa. A beautiful piece of instrument. Old oil can cello-like instrument that is played with a bow and gives such a dark and rich, resonating sound that was so important in a few movements. But there is a plethora of unusual instruments like traditional music box, the gamelan, dulcimer, the basentar, and this gamut makes FLUSSO very colorful. I'm a soundtrack guy, always were. Since early ages I used to listen over and over again my favorite movies, soundtracks, and I grew up building up this sensibility to film music and what it can make to enhance the feeling, the emotions throughout images on the screen. I would absolutely love to jumping into the universe of film music, film scoring, and maybe FLUSSO is a gateway to that, hopefully. Expect the unexpected and good trip.